morning, internets. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 18. I am on fire this morning. I'm getting a whole bunch of stuff done and I'm trying to be as productive as possible since this is the last Monday that I'm going to be home before Christmas. My goal is to get all of my work done so that I can take next week off of work, especially since Christmas is next week and I have to fly home on Tuesday after Christmas, and I just want to pre-plan just in case there are delays, because if you fly holidays before, you know that there are always delays. So I've got my adorable cat shirt on today. It says, "You're welcome," with a cat destroying a Christmas tree. It's my favorite shirt to wear during the holidays. And I woke up super early this morning so that I could start working on my 2 Threatwire episodes that I'm recording this week. I'm pre-recording one that'll come out on the day after Christmas, and I am recording one today that will go out tomorrow. The other thing that I was working on today was trying to be productive and sort out all of my to-do lists. So I have a bunch of stuff that I want to get done either this week or when I get home and I have those few days off of work. Just a bunch of different projects and things. So what I did this morning was I compiled all of the different things out of my brain. I did a brain dump, if you will, onto these 2 lists of professional stuff, financials, and then personal things that I need to make sure that I get done. And this can be like personal projects like ripping my DVDs and Blu-rays, which isn't necessary, but that's going to help me minimize all the things that are in my life. So I'm going to cut these down to just digital copies. And then some of it is more important, like my financial stuff. So I need to make sure that I'm tracking my projects so that I get paid. I need to update my expense tracking so that when I do my taxes next year, I can make sure I get the most money back from the IRS that I can, possibly, since I'm self-employed, and transferring money to my checking account, because my checking account is really small right now because we went to Japan and spent like all of our monies. And professional is more stuff that has to do with work. So making sure that Colleen, our editor, has the stuff for Threatwire so she can edit that. And I also need to make sure that I update our RSS for Hack 5, which I've been so behind on. Sorry, guys. And then more interesting things like pre-planning for CES. So I need to make sure that I figure out our marketing during CES and pre-planning all the shows that we're going to be doing, any meetings that we're going to do, and making sure that everything is set up and my cameras are ready. Like, there's a lot that goes into pre-planning for CES. So that's going to be a really big thing for the next 2 weeks. So I have a lot of stuff that I need to make sure that I get done. So my first goal of the day is to write my first episode of Threatwire, and this one is going to be compiled of stories from the past week as I burp from my cereal. And this is basically just the template that I have, and then I have a whole bunch of stories to choose from. I try to cut it down to 3 or 4 generally, and then I will go in and record this today in the studio. Hopefully get that out to my new editor in time for her to get it done today, and then I will post that tomorrow morning. At least that's the goal, that's the schedule and the deadline. So you may be looking at this like utter crap fest of a list and thinking like, oh, well, why did you put it on paper? So for me, brain dumping onto paper is a lot easier than putting everything into a digital list, especially since throughout the day, I end up putting things in Wunderlist. I email my stuff tasks if that's easiest, and I also put stuff into Google Keep. So I'll take all of those different places that I put things, and including what I've written down this morning from my brain dump, and I put everything back into Wunderlist, and then I make a whole bunch of different lists in Wunderlist. So this is my list on my computer. Sorry about the crazy pixelated lines that you probably see on here, but this is my inbox, my brain dump from my brain, and on paper and Google Keep and all those different places. And I'll drag and drop all of these different things into the coinciding list that they belong in. So Monday through Friday is all the reoccurring tasks that I have to do at work. So that's anything from like editing the show to posting the show to recording and researching the show and all that stuff. Minimalist is personalizing my minimalism, so discarding a bunch of stuff, eBaying stuff, decluttering, stuff like that. And then I have personal tasks, a shopping list, which I don't have anything on right now. Then I have the separate show list, which are like major projects that I want to get done for each of my shows. And like if the tech thing one on here, I have updating Patreon credits and website listings monthly, and that has a deadline. So I try to get that done every month on a deadline. It's reoccurring. And then I have a cleaner logo. That's something that I want to do. New thumbnail ideas, all sorts of stuff on here just to like promote the show and hopefully get people to subscribe to it and start watching it. Studio projects, of course. So I have a bunch of stuff that I want to do for the studio. Education and growth, a distribution checklist for Hack 5, and more. So it's a pretty long list, but luckily a lot of this stuff is like overarching projects that need to get done. They don't have to get done like today. So I'll just separate out everything, put it into their separate lists, and then focus on today's tasks and hopefully get those done. So I read a book a while back. It was like a self-improvement book, and they talked about different ways that you can get better at productivity, because I have so much on my list now as an adult and running my own like podcasting company and working with Hack 5 and Tech Thing, that it's a lot of work to get done, and it can be really stressful. And I do get stressed out a lot about all the work that is involved with those different shows that I do. So it said that you should focus on just getting 3 different projects per day done. So my 3 projects for today would include writing Threatwire and recording that, so getting that episode done. Pre-recording the Threatwire for next week, that's gonna come out next week during Christmas time. And then writing Tech Thing, because Tech Thing we're recording tomorrow morning. And then hopefully, in that sense, I'll be able to get those things done. I'll feel relieved about the deadlines that I have to hit today, and then whatever else I get done in the afternoon will just be like bonus points. So it's kind of helped me a lot, especially in the past several months, whenever I just focus on 3 different things. If I try to focus on everything on my list in just one day, then I will get super stressed out and probably end up with an ulcer. So I've just been trying to focus on 3 things. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on researching net neutrality and how the FCC just killed off net neutrality, and writing about that and giving my own takes, and then I'll go on with the rest of my stories for Threatwire and get that done. Alright, I've got my makeup on so I can record my Threatwire episode. Looking good, I think. I am on story 3 now, so you can watch along. And 3, 2, 3 young men, ages 20 to 21, pleaded guilty in regards to creating and operating the Mirai botnet, which was used back in October of 2016 to take control of security cameras, DVRs, and other IoT devices. And with that, I'm Shannon Morse, and I will see you on the internet. Oh, done. Okay. Alrighty, well, I am home now, and I got my 3 things done that I was hoping that I would get done. Most notably was recording Threatwire today. I also got done writing my scripts for tomorrow, so I'm all set there. And then tonight, I just got in a new thing. I can show it to you. It just came out today. It's the Amazon Echo Spot. I know a lot of people give me a lot of crap for having Internet of Things voice-activated devices in my household, especially since I'm a security nerd, but I actually really like these devices, especially the fact that you can mute them straight from the device, and in my Wiresharking times, I haven't really noticed anything weird, so I'm pretty satisfied with the devices overall. But yes, I am going to be recording a show, and I'm going to be reviewing that new little Echo Spot, so we'll see if it's any good. So tonight my only really big goal is getting that thing set up and then chilling out and eating and maybe getting a few other little things done. But now you know how I stay productive throughout a day. It's making lists, checking them twice, and making sure to follow along with my list, and putting in time to relax as well. That's why you only stick with 3 productive items per day. Anything else is bonus points. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish it up here with my productivity day and finish out the night just hanging out with my husband and probably watching some Netflix. Quite literally. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy my videos, and thank you to everybody on Patreon and on PayPal who has been supporting me. I really appreciate it. And I was able to get a new mount for my phone, which is great. So I used a little bit of that cash to buy a mount and a tripod for my phone so I can set it up like that, and I'll be able to get time lapses that don't sway like they do on my DJI Osmo Mobile, which is great. I don't know why that's a problem, but apparently my gimbal does this swaying thing whenever the motor is on. It's really annoying, so I just figured I should invest in a little mount and a tripod for the phone. So yeah, anyway, like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Check the links below for where you can find me. I also put an address down there in case anybody wants to send fan mail or little gifts or whatever. That's totally cool too. Of course, you don't have to. I appreciate it if you do, but you do not have to. And sounds like my husband's home. I hear him coming in. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.